loves, it's Angel. Thanks for tuning back in. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am showing you ladies another seamless concealer only look. This is one of my favorite looks thus far because y'all know I love a good natural look. It looks naturally just effortless and gorgeous, so you cannot go wrong with that. So if you want to look like you're beautiful and you effortlessly just rolled out of bed, because this is giving effortless, continue watching the video. Let's get right into it. Working from my tailbone area first, and then I make my way to the front area here. And I try not to press the eyebrow down too harshly when I'm drawing it on. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. You guys, this year has been so crazy for me. Everyone has been asking me, who are you dating? Who are you dating? Who are you dating? Every time I see them, even strangers, in the first conversation they ask me about my boyfriend. And I feel like people have always asked me about a boyfriend, who I'm dating, do I have a relationship, and whatnot. But lately it's been more than ever, and I don't know if it's because I'm starting to look older and look like the age to where I'm settling down and I have a boyfriend. Oh, and get this, they've always also have been asking me, do you have children? Ma'am. Sir, what? Children? Absolutely not. I don't have children yet. I feel that I'm still in my fabulous era right now. I don't want to have children just yet. And don't get me wrong, having children is a dream of mine. Like, in a perfect land, sure, yeah, maybe I'd have my kids by now and have my dream romance and romantic partner, and I would be living the life of my dreams, settled down, because I do see it happen to some people my age or around my age. But I don't know, I'm trusting God's plan and timing over my own. And you know, I'll tell the truth, I'll be honest. I thought I would have had children too by this age. I thought I'd be settling down too by this age. And I thought now would be my time where I'm preparing for my family, because that's just always the way that I saw it and envisioned it happening for me. But it just didn't. And now, since I don't have my family yet, I've been thinking about postponing it even later, because I feel that's something I'm definitely in control of, you know, when I want to bring life into this world. And this is a big passion of mine. It makes me so excited to talk about it. Motherhood. And I know this is a controversial topic in 2025, considering the dating pool is said to be trash right now, and people say there's no good men out here. And you know, they say it's scary, but I give men chances still. I don't think they're all bad, and it would be counting myself out to say that they're all bad and just give up. But you know, I think that there's someone out there for me who's like the perfect man, the perfect match, and has everything that I could imagine and more. You know, I have high standards, so I have an ideal romantic partner that I've always envisioned having. and he's shown up quite a few times in my life, or something close of him has showed up. So I make a list of what I'm looking for in a man. Everything that I value, what I want him to look like, act like. Sometimes I even write his career down because I'm very particular, and I do believe in manifesting. There's this quote in the Bible. It says, write the vision and make it plain. So I find that when you visualize your future and you set yourself up and give yourself an idea of what you want, so you're not going into it blind and just letting life decide for you, I feel that way you'll be more content, because you feel like you're selecting and you're choosing ideally who you would like to be with, instead of letting life choose for you. And I mean, of course, some people probably value spontaneity. Is that the word? When you're being spontaneous. Some people prefer love to enter their life in a spontaneous way. And for me, I don't prefer that. For me, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know what I would like the man to be like, the man of my dreams. And I know when I see him. And sometimes I've encountered him, like I said, the man of my dreams. And at that time, maybe we didn't work. And sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe now is not the time. And I could re-encounter that said person again in the future, if it was meant to be. But honestly, I'm a catch. I truly believe that I'm a catch. And especially at this point in my life where I'm at. And I feel more confident than ever in my womanhood and about who I am, what I like, what my passions are, what I expect out of love, romance, dating, how I want to be treated. And having a strong knowing of everything that you're looking for, it puts it more into perspective of what you will like when you meet a man. And I would prefer to set myself up for success rather than not and dating. But yeah, like I said, I'm no fortune teller, so I don't know when love will come into my life. And by love, I mean a long-term love. Like, this is my man. This is potentially the man I could spend the rest of my life with and settle down with, get married and create a family with. That's what I mean by love. I don't mean hookups. I don't mean casual dating. I don't mean short-term romance. I mean someone I intend to spend years of my life with. But I have so much time left to even consider that, because I'm still fairly young. And even if I weren't fairly young how I am now, I would still think love is out there for me. I hate that society tries to put a limit on women and say, oh, you need to be in love before you turn a set age. Say, what do they say? 30 or 35, you should be settled down. And I'm like, y'all are being way too hard on women. That should not be a standard. Because who said a woman expires at that age? And then the men, they think that they don't expire until they're 70. Oh, please. Seriously? Such a joke. But you guys, I'm gonna share with you all something. So since I share with you that motherhood is one of my passions, I see myself having a daughter. Like I said, I'm no fortune teller. I do see myself having a daughter, however. And I have a list of names. I have a list of names that I potentially want to name my daughters. And twins run in my family. So sometimes I question or fantasize about what if I were the person to get twins, because I believe they say twins skip generations. And this is Anastasia Beverly Hills, by the way, the shade Parchment. But I believe they say that twins skip generations. So my grandmother had twins, but they were stillborn babies, so they're not here anymore. And then my grandmother's sister and brother are twins. But I don't know of any other twins in the family since then. You guys, I don't know if I am speaking right, because this is just something I heard, but I haven't backed it up, you know, by science or anything about if twins actually skip a generation or if they're random. And I have on chapstick, that's why my lip liner isn't going on smoothly. This is Dior. It's the shade Rosewood. But okay, this last thing I'm gonna say about children, and then I'm gonna be on to the next topic. So yeah, I have a list of names. So a few of the names that I've thought of for my children are Whitley, Genevieve, and another one I like is Heidi. But I have so many different names, and who said I'm gonna have a girl, you know? So I just think of it like if it's a possibility. But okay, time for the concealer. I'm using the Too Faced Multi Sculpt, and this is my favorite concealer that I own. Just start in the inner corner, and I accidentally put too much here, so now I have to match it so it builds the same out. I'm gonna go in with the brush. I don't know what brush I would have used. I'm probably gonna use this one here. This is a shader brush. This one's the concealer brush, but believe it or not, I don't actually love this. I'm just gonna use this shader one. This is my go-to shade. I feel Too Faced is perfect for date nights. Like, and not first dates, because I don't believe in dressing up on first dates to the gods. But if you're going steady with someone and like this is really your man and you just want to impress him, you need to get Too Faced, because people I've noticed they use Too Faced for very important events. You know, I'm really heavy into makeup, so I'm always looking at new makeup looks. And what I notice is a lot of MUAs, they go for Too Faced all the time. Too-Faced, Too-Faced, Too-Faced. Every time. And I understand why. Because first off, it's so comfortable on your skin. Like, it's so comfortable. I love the build of the coverage. I feel like it is flawless. I literally think it's in the name. Doesn't it say flawless on here? Oh, it should. They should add it. They should add it because this is the most flawless, perfect concealer I've ever used. I didn't even tell you my shade. I believe the shade is Sand. But yeah, this stuff is so good. I like accidentally put it in my inner corner, so I'm just gonna drag it out here under my eye, because sometimes I do conceal my under eye, but today I didn't do that. And now I'm going to go in with the Warm Sand shade. I'm gonna use it for my cheek area. I'm gonna add some to my nose. And I'm using this foundation as a concealer. It's the Black Radiance brand. It's a little bit heavy. Oh, I said I'm using it as a concealer. I meant that I am using it as a contour. Yes. I'm gonna use it as a contour. But yes, Too Faced is the best investment you will ever make. I know I've loved it every second of it that I have had it. This is gonna look so nice when I blend it all in. Try not to go too heavy over here. Because one thing about me, I tend to like a more natural look. But sometimes, just sometimes, I do overdo it. I do. Okay, now we're just blending it. And I want to make sure I don't get it in my hair. And normally I do my makeup first before my hair to prevent this from happening. But hey, I started on my hair first today because it needed to be done. It needed to be done. But look how that just blends into my skin. The Warm Sand color. Like, it's literally mimicking my skin. It doesn't even look like I have on anything. No product whatsoever. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more here. What's something else I've been into lately? Lately, I have really been into working on my femininity and feminine energy. But honestly, I have been studying feminine energy for years now. because I love being a girl. But even more than being a girl, I love being a woman, because it's a big difference. Just like there's a difference between a man and a little boy, because there's a lot of boys out here that should be men these days, but they're into doing boyish things still. So hey, they'll learn one day. But something I love about learning more about my feminine energy and going from girl to woman is really just learning how to carry myself better and learning to be classy always and graceful. Poise is in, class is in, and class never ever truly goes out of style. And I believe all women should learn to be classy and have grace and be proud of it, even when women make other things seem more of a trend. Even though class is what is really going to take you far in this lifetime. Yeah, you can never go wrong with class. I didn't know this dried like this. Oh my. Trying to blend it and it has all dried up. I normally don't use that foundation as my contour, so I didn't know it would dry in that way. It's kind of a matte feel, but I do like the way it looks when you blend it in. But you know what? I think what I'm going to do is go in with my blush here. I'm gonna put my blush here on my cheek area. Yeah. But I feel I've always had confidence growing up. Back to the feminine energy talk. I feel like I've always had confidence, but I feel that I did come to a point in my life where I lost my confidence, or it was not as high as it used to be. And one thing that has for sure rebuilt my confidence up is daily affirmations, for sure. Literally keep a journal and journal your favorite affirmations or something you really feel like you need to tell yourself. This is my favorite brush. It's a blush brush. It's adorable. But yeah, keep a journal, write down your affirmations, or if you want, you could also apply it to a sticky note and put it on your mirror, which is almost even better, because every time you look in a mirror you just have such a beautiful reminder that you are just amazing. And what woman wouldn't want that every time she looks in a mirror? I did put a little bit too much blush on this side. We're going to tone it down. I'm actually going to add more foundation here and here, and a little bit more of my concealer for a better blend with my blush. I think that will tie it all together. But yeah, also since I'm more into feminine energy, I'm way more into high standards as well, like I've mentioned earlier. Yeah, you have to come with it, definitely. This year, I plan to elevate my dating to the max, like more than it's ever been. I really want to go on like really amazing dates, preferably with someone I kind of already know, you know, because I would want to go, let's say, out of the country with someone, you know, an international date would be ideal. I could see that happening for me. However, like I said, I do prefer this to be someone that I do know, because, you know, safety first, of course. But yeah, I really have always wanted to go. This is why I do my hair last. I got a little bit in my I got a little bit of concealer on my hair. Okay, so what I just did, I have my sand concealer here on my forehead for a brightening effect, and then I have my warm sand here just to blend into my natural skin color, and then I added the foundation, the Black Radiance, as a contour effect. And honestly, ladies, I do not know what shade this Black Radiance, oh, here it is. It's called Brownie. That's so cute. So I'm using sand and brownie. So let's just go ahead and blend. But have you all seen South of France? It's so beautiful. Because when it comes to France, you see a lot of people talking about Paris, of course, because they romanticize it because of the Eiffel Tower. But it's so much more to France that people don't talk about. No one really talks about the south of France and how beautiful and blue the water is and how dreamy it is. I find that it's just perfect for dates with a potential long-term partner. But yeah, I cannot believe we're halfway through the new year. The halfway point of the new year was last week sometime. I said, oh my, because you know, time really does pass by quick. And this brush I'm using, it's a foundation brush, but I'm using it to blend my makeup so it looks more seamless. Blend my neckline. Okay, now time for the eyeshadow. So today's look, I'm doing more of a full brown foxy look. So I have so many shade ranges here, and I just don't know which one to choose. So I'm in between this seashell color, the nude color here, and then this maple color mixed with the cacao or cocoa, and I may even dabble a little bit in the truffle. I want to get at least 3 of the pigments, so let's just see how creative we can get with making it look right. So I always go for maple, that's my go-to. I'll mix it with a little bit of a nude color, and I'm going to start that here just on my inner corner. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do more of a foxy brown look. I normally don't do this. I normally just stick to my light rosy colors. And then on the outside, I'm just do a little bit of truffle here. And last time I used the truffle, I was so shocked at the pigment. I was like, whoa girl, you're giving danger. You're giving, I was giving dark feminine for sure. Uh-oh, I tried to dust it off and you see I still got a little bit too much of that truffle color, the brownish color. It actually doesn't look too bad. I feel like I'm just not used to it. I don't know. It may look better on camera, but let me see. What I'm going to do is conceal the top area and see if that brings down the brown colors. So I'm using that same sand shade as earlier. I'm going to line the top of my brow with this. Do you believe that cooled it down a little bit? I'm using just a hint, by the way. This side is the side that really needed it. This is the side that I used way more brown than intending. Let's see. Okay. And now it just needs to be blended out a little more with that same brush to add smokiness, so it looks like it's blending here. Okay. This side is perfect. I'm probably overthinking it, honestly. And last but surely not least, I'm gonna go in with my setting powder. And I forgot, I also said I was going to do an inner corner to my eye today. So let's do that. But first, let's set. And then we're gonna do the inner corner because I have to do the setting first. I'm using my Laura Mercier. This is the shade Honey, by the way. Laura Mercier, they carry a translucent powder, which one time I almost got the translucent powder. That's what I actually had before the Honey shade, but I never opened it. I returned it because I figured it may not match as good as this one. And this prevents your makeup from creasing throughout the day, which is what I love about it. Okay, I'm gonna also do just a little along my forehead area, but not as much because I didn't use a lot of concealer up there today, so a little will be fine and get the job done. Okay, I'm gonna blend this out on my forehead. There's nothing on this brush, I'm just using it to blend. Okay, this looks good. Inner corner eye. The last step here, I'm going to use the end of my brush to just grab a little bit of the sparkles. And I don't know if I want to use, I've never used this, or have I? This sparkling sand color here. This is my go-to over here. Oh, not that one. That one is way too dark. I meant this color here I may be using, but this is my go-to. Okay, I feel like the sparkling sand matches more, to be honest, so let's just try this here. Honestly, I can barely see it. I'm gonna use my handheld mirror because I cannot see this sparkling color at all. Can y'all see it? I sure can't. Okay, I am done with the look for the day. This is how the makeup turned out and I really love it. I feel like it's giving skin, honestly. I think it's seamless and it blends together perfectly. It looks very bronzy, almost like I just have a perfect snatch tan. Like I was on vacation at the beach, say the Cayman Islands, maybe Bora Bora. It's giving that tropical glow. Okay, but seriously, this is how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I did chit chat a lot today. I'm probably gonna have to trim a lot of this down, but this is the look. Okay, I'm going to see you ladies on the next video. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, loves.